Every investigative journalist knows the moment when a paper trail turns into a brick wall. But for Gordon Terrelonge, that wall wasn't made of paper. It was a mugshot he found while searching the internet in late October 2025.
He was looking for his 10-year-old daughter, Gabrielle, affectionately known as Gabby. He hadn't seen her since May. He assumed she was with her mother, Pasha Davis. But when he typed Pasha's name into a search bar, he didn't find a social media update or a new address. He found a record of an arrest.
That discovery sparked a frantic missing persons investigation that has now drawn in the FBI, the Margate Police Department, and the Osceola County Sheriff's Office. Because while Pasha Davis was behind bars, Gabby was nowhere to be found.
We've been digging into the public records and witness statements to reconstruct a timeline that feels increasingly fractured. Officially, Gabby was reported missing on October 29, 2025, but the last time anyone can definitively place her is months earlier, and even that date is a point of contention in the archives.
The Florida Department of Law Enforcement issued a missing child alert citing June 21, 2025 in Hollywood, Florida, as the last time she was seen. Yet other investigative reports suggest she and her mother arrived by Greyhound bus at the Florida Mall in Orlando on June 30th.
9 days and 200 miles apart. It's a gap that defines the instability of Gabby's life leading up to her disappearance. Public statements from Gordon paint a heartbreaking picture of a child living on the margins. He recalled a moment in May when he found Gabby sleeping on a cardboard mat in a South Florida alleyway.
Gordon tried to intervene. He arranged for Gabby and Pasha to live with his sister in Port St. Lucie, but that arrangement collapsed when Pasha took the girl and vanished back into a cycle of homelessness. According to news archives, Pasha struggled with schizophrenia, a condition Gordon believes was triggered by a stillbirth she suffered years prior.
This brings us to the most disturbing update from the last few months. On November 4, 2025, Pasha Davis was taken into custody at the Lauderhill Transit Station. She was charged with child neglect, but during her bond hearing, she offered no answers.
We reviewed the court transcripts and body cam footage from a prior shoplifting incident in October. In that footage, Pasha refuses to identify herself to a Margate officer near a Dollar Tree. When later questioned about her daughter, she reportedly told investigators she believed Gabby was with her father.
But we know that isn't true. Gordon hasn't seen her in 6 months, and the investigation has now shifted toward a very specific, desolate landscape.
Right. Osceola County detectives have been tasked with a grim assignment, canvassing abandoned hotels along West US 192. These are the places where people who don't want to be found often disappear into the cracks.
There are conflicting reports about Gabby's personality that make this even more complex. Gordon describes her as vibrant but shy. He's publicly stated that if she were alone, she would likely approach someone and ask for her father. The fact that she hasn't done that is what he calls the scary part.
There's also the detail of her education. Gabby was homeschooled for most of her life. Gordon mentioned they would buy the book for each grade level to teach her at home. It suggests a child who was kept close, perhaps too close, to a mother whose reality was increasingly untethered.
As of February 2026, the reward stands at $5,000. The FBI is still seeking any lead on a 10-year-old girl who loves pink, eats Funyun chips, and dreams of being a princess.
The paper trail has gone cold, and the only person with the answers is sitting in a jail cell on a $100,000 bond, remaining silent.
We are left with a father's plea and a community looking for a girl who was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and white Crocs, vanishing into the Florida summer. If you have seen Gabby Terrelonge or have information about the abandoned properties along Route 192, the search is far from over.